Wah! Welcome back to the Posscast.
Warg! Welcome!
Yes.
Welcome.
You know, the sewers have been looking a bit
put
different
on the
this
other
week.
menu, actually. Yeah!
There's
I
not
can
a
only
whole lot.
assume so. You
Yeah.
don't really show me the backgrounds when we're recording.
No. It looks the same, but the stuff in it looks different. This cringe doesn't seem.
Alright.
This cringe is missing a red arrow or blue arrow. No, this cringe has a plus and minus because this week we are looking at some cringe from DnD Beyond Homebrew. Woo!
Yeah! Just to put it on the record, we will not be naming the creators just because, even though we get like maybe 2 people watching, we don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't have any power, but we don't want to send anything anyone's way, really.
Yeah, like it's one thing to do it on Reddit because in Reddit it's not the subjects of the cringe doing like outing themselves unless it's one of those fun cringes like the person who made Irene or Esmeralda from Curse of Strahd Uwu.
Yeah, but that's something that they look back on and laugh.
Exactly. Those are the only people who like talk about themselves in the cringe, or people who have like grown from the experience. But these people, these people are posting their own cringe on their own, and we're not going to name them.
The cringe is either completely and utterly
Unironic.
It's either something that they made that they know is cringe. Either it's something that they made cringe on purpose as a joke. It's probably some in-joke, or it's someone who's just trying their best.
Yeah. Or someone who stayed up 3 days straight on Ambien.
True.
Yeah. So, the way we're going to do it is we are looking at the categories monsters, magic items, spells, and feats. And we each chose one homebrew from each to discuss.
Yes.
We're starting with monsters. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I'll go first.
Alright, hit us. What are we fighting today?
Alright, we've got a large creature. It's your boy Petey! With like 5 exclamation marks.
I'm imagining like Petey Piranha.
Incorrect. He is our gargantuan chaotic evil ooze.
That's still fun.
He's got an AC of 200?
Now that's just mean.
He has 1,238 hit points. In parentheses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 million D20 plus 99,999.
I don't think that math adds up.
He's got a 60 million foot walking speed. 9 million climbing speed. A flying speed of 1,111,111 feet. A swimming speed of 999,999 feet, and a walking speed of 9,999,899 feet.
899?
899. 30s across the board. Saving throws of plus 19 to all.
Okay.
He's only got one special skill check in that he has a plus 99,999,900 nice checks. He is resistant to all damage, immune to acid, bludgeoning, cold, fire, pierce, slashing. He is immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, grappled, incapacitated, invisible, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, stunned, or unconscious.
So everything.
There's more. There was something else that was immune to a lot more, but I didn't go with that one because it was kind of dumb.
Yeah. What about its senses?
Senses?
How can it see?
Well, he's got a passive perception of 2,000, but his actual senses are unknown. For languages, all amazing!
Nice.
He has a challenge rating of 30. He will give you 155,000 experience on defeat. And he has a proficiency bonus of +9.
Oh, nice. Both of those are the same for mine.
Yeet. The Yaboy PD heals itself 20d6 health every turn. Invincible. Yaboy PD's invincible. Frown face. If you do defeat it, you get 500,000 experience.
Is that on top of the 155,000 experience?
I think it's as a replacement because the 155,000 is just based on challenge rating. Spellcasting. Your boy Petey is a 20th level spellcaster. Its spellcasting ability is 34, spell save DC 30, plus 20 to hit with spell attacks. The Your Boy Petey has the following spells prepared. First, 10 million slots of 9th level with the ability to cast Wish, Time Stop, Meteor Swarm, True Polymorph, Gate, Power Word Kill, Mass Heal, Power Word Heal, and Storm of Vengeance.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you think that's bad? Well, get ready for the actions, because it's kinda shit.
Oh boy.
Starting with the Turd action. Your boy Petey makes 2 explosive diarrhea attacks and 1 shard attack.
Gross.
His diarrhea attacks, melee weapon attacks, plus 19 to hit, reach of 10,000 feet, infinite targets.
It just shits over an entire continent.
Yeah. On hit, he deals 154 or 20d12, but plus 68 stinky damage.
So, what kind of damage would stinky damage be?
You know when you go outside and like you're at work and you're like, well, I say you're at work, the like fast food experience. You know when you're like, you gotta throw something in the huge ass dumpster in the back, and you open the lid so you can toss in your garbage and you get hit with that wave and you're like, ugh.
Not really, because my work requires me to tune out smells in general.
Alright then, okay, you know when you go into like a public bathroom and it smells like somebody exploded a fucking poop gnome?
That is the specific spell I have learned to tune out because of my job. I pick up waste. Well,
all
dog
right, what
waste.
about... Okay, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah. The only, like, smell I can't tune out is, like, stagnant water.
Oh, yeah. It very similar smell to poop, but different enough.
Yeah. It's, stagnant water... Oh, God. I don't even know how to describe it. It's terrible. And it sucks because some of the yards I go into have pools that have not been cleaned in years.
Ugh.
It's gross.
Yucky.
Yeah. Alright.
Speaking of yucky...
Yeah.
We've got the Shart attack. It's a ranged weapon attack. 30 to hit, range of 1,000 to 2,000 feet. 1 target. It deals 123 or 28 d8 plus 70 dank stank damage.
Oh, the dank stank damage. So that's basically a fuck you in particular kind of attack.
Yeah. So we've got the final action, Yo. It's a melee attack. It's 19 to hit. It's got a reach of 1 million feet. It can reach infinite targets. It hits for 200 or 30 d10 plus 100 distress damage.
I don't think that math adds up.
I'm not sure, but now finally, we've reached the legendary actions.
Ah, yes, the meat and butter of ya boy Stinky.
So your boy Petey has 10 billion actions.
Well, that's just unfair.
Yeah, 10 billion legendary action points to spend per round. First, you've got Cha-Cha Real Smooth, which costs 0 action. You die!
What, Petey dies?
No, you, I guess maybe?
What, the player?
I think the player, probably.
Does the DM just pull out a gun?
I guess. Cha-Cha Real Smooth. Dun, 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 dun.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Charlie Brown.
Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-Cha Real Smooth.
God, I fucking love that song.
And finally, that song was played at both the proms that I went to.
Same. I mean, you can't not play it.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that when it happens, everybody just kind of gets into a big square and does it.
Well, yeah, you can't not do that.
It was also done during pep rallies.
That's basically Otto's Irresistible Dance. Although at pep rallies, nobody did it. I've told you about.
No, we did it at the pep rally.
Oh no! At our school, the pep rallies, most people just ditched it to go hang out in the cafeteria, which was the pep rally detention, where you go if you were being disruptive at the pep rally or otherwise you couldn't attend. And it was honestly better than pep rally. I
got in trouble at the pep rally once. I had a foam finger and I had it in front of my crotch, and the teachers didn't like it.
Oh, boo. So
they took it away.
Yeah, so what's it do? What's the next legendary action?
Oh, right, it's final legendary action. Super Swallow costs 3 actions. You have to save on a dexterity saving throw, DC 400, or get swallowed. And if the boy PD eats something, you take 3,000 or 40,000 D6.
That math doesn't add up.
If you die, then you get pooped out and shot at another player, and that player takes 10 D4.
Yeah, I don't think the person who made that is really good at math.
Probably not. There's nothing put in for the layers and layer actions. So I'll just go on. I will end your boy Petey with his description.
Yes.
Your boy Petey is baller, smileable. End of story. In parentheses.
Nice. Now let's see if your boy Petey could face off against the Duck God. A gargantuan swarm of small beasts. Any equal alignment. Its armored class is 70 feather. Its hit points are 56,000 or 200 million D20 plus 2,000. Its speed is 200 million feet. Its flight is 500 million feet. Its walk speed is 5 feet, its burrow is 3,000 feet, and its climb speed is 50 million feet.
Did you say he has a walking speed of 3?
No, I said he has a walking speed of 5.
Ah, okay.
So as long as it's walking, you're probably fine, but as soon as it takes flight or starts running or climbing or burrowing, oddly enough, no swimming speed for a duck. You'd think that a duck would have a swimming speed. Anywho, its stats are 19 across the board. Guess they didn't want to make it too powerful.
I guess.
All of its saving throws are plus 13. Now, the interesting thing is its skills. It has modifiers on each skill. However, all the modifiers are plus 0. Yeah. It's immune to force damage, so don't try any magic missile, because it won't work.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to grab a bottle of water.
Oh man, that's why I just have my pink lemonade always within arm's reach at all times.
Yeah, well, I can't afford to do that. Where? Okay, I'll be right back.
Afford to keep a bottle of water within arm's reach? Oh man. Yeah. I think the duck god is doable. I think you could probably kill the duck god. I mean, you'd have to probably bane it so that it has so that it's got a penalty to all of its saves. Like that'd be step 1.
I'm back.
Plus, you'd probably have to hex it and focus on like one thing. Hey, I'm discussing ways to defeat the duck god.
Power word kill.
Nope, it's got too much health. Power word kill only works if on creatures with less than 100 health.
Oh, I see lava.
I mean that could work.
Summon lava.
Yeah. Anyway, it's immune to force damage, and it's immune
I think
to.
the dog just got out.
Oh, rip. It's immune to pretty much every condition. Its senses are blind sight, dark vision, tremor sense, and it's got true sight.
Neat.
Now you'd think that this thing would have impressive passive perception, right?
Yeah, I mean it's got like a billion eyes.
Well, it's a gargantuan swarm of small beasts. The beasts being ducks. Its passive perception is 1.
I see.
Now, it knows all languages, and it also knows Blink Dog, Deep Speech, Giant Evil, and Yeti Duck.
Yeti Duck?
Yeah.
What was the one before that?
Giant Eagle.
Oh, Eagle.
Yeah.
I thought you said evil.
Oh. I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. It is in the evil alignment. Now, it has the special traits of special trait name into the description of your special trait, and it has spells of spellcasting. The monster name is blah 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 blah. They didn't delete that shit when they should have.
Yeah.
Its actions: it can fly. It flies away and disperses for a turn, reappearing to attack on second 10 damage. Its action name Hurricane does 1 damage and may confuse opponent. Action name Bounce, the same as Fly but can paralyze. Action name Slap, very aggressive slap to any damage. Action name Skydrop, grabs person, flies in air, and aggressively throws him against other player, 50 damage. Reactions. Reaction name, shield spells and screeching. No further explanation on what screeching is. But it can do that as a reaction. Legendary actions.
Yay!
Yes. Legendary action name, throat singing very aggressively, throws player across island 100 damage.
It throat sings at you and it fucking Fusro does you.
I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of words that are missing, specifically adjectives and subject and verbs. Could use a couple pronouns. Maybe a few past participles. But I guess.
I forgot that I wanted to show you something. I'll have to do that when we're done.
Well, yeah. Well, we said when we're done. Because you were having trouble getting it to work.
Yeah, no, the other thing.
Oh, okay. Description: Big duck.
Big duck.
Yeah. And then it didn't delete the layer and layer action stuff or any of that.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, that sure is an interesting swarm of ducks.
Yes, evil ducks, I want to clarify.
An evil hive mind swarm of ducks.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. So.
And with that, we move on from monsters to magic items.
Yes. So, what do you got for us today?
I have for us the pancake mix of gender realignment. Now, this one's a doozy.
Oh, I love doozies, and I love pancakes, as well as gender realignment.
This is a hell of a doozy.
I also love hell.
It's listed as an uncommon potion. I'd say maybe more like a... I don't know if it would fall under potion really, but whatever. I guess they're just going with whatever's closest.
Well, that would be... Yeah, I would count food as, like, potions for the sake of classification.
Yeah, it's a consumable.
Exactly.
It does require cook's tools to make the pancakes with.
Yeah, makes sense. It'd be weird to cook a pancake without a pan.
DC is 8 plus intelligence check plus proficiency, only second level of metal spell if known by user. I don't know why it starts with that. I guess for making the pan hot for the pancakes?
I don't know.
Anyway, the user makes one stack of 1d4 pancakes that smell warm and enticing and never go bad, and keep creatures full after 2 short rests. Third short rest creature can be hungry again. If eaten, the creature makes a con save. If successful, nothing happens. If you fail, roll 5d6 and take away 3 from the result. Your new gender, orientation, and expression are shown by the following table.
Oh boy.
1 represents your character's original gender, orientation, and expression. 27 represents an intersex, bisexual, androgynous character.
Oh boy, so I'm guessing it's like a full list of random gender and presentation.
There is so much to this. There is so much to this. There are clauses.
Oh my god.
So, 1 through 9, your gender expression is the same. 1 through 18, or 10 through 18, your gender expression is the opposite. And 19 through 27, your gender expression is androgynous.
Oh, jeez.
If your result is a 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, or 25, your gender is the same. Your gender is the same. Not your expression, your gender.
So wouldn't that be sex?
I guess.
It sounds like they're using expression to mean gender and gender to mean sex.
I mean, probably, but there's also some missing words, so it might be a case of...
Yeah, it sounds...
So, on a result of 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21, or 23, your gender is switched to the opposite. With a result of 24, 26, or 27, your gender is now intersex.
Alright.
Now comes the orientation. On a roll of 1, 5, 7, 10, 14, 16, 19, 23, or 25, your orientation remains gyno or androsexual, attracted to women or men. Basically, you keep your default orientation.
Alright.
With a result of 2, 6, 8, 12, 13, 18, 20, 24, or 26, your orientation flips. On a result of 3, 4, 9, 11, 15, 17, 21, 22, or 27, your orientation now becomes bi/pansexual. Asterisk, asexual clause. The character is immune to orientation only if the following conditions are met. Well, okay, hold on. Do you have something to say before I continue?
I was about to say, I was gonna ask what, because you said that at some numbers the orientation flips. I was gonna ask what happens if the person's ace. Do they like become pan? But this seems to be addressing that.
Yes. The character is immune to orientation if the following conditions are met. 1. The character has never tried to flirt sexual interest.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Let me move my mic a little closer. Is this better?
Yep.
Great. Oh god, my fucking eyes.
Pollen.
I need. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can.
It's not like as bad as it usually is, but it's been a little scratchy like all day.
Both my nostrils are completely clogged. I'm breathing through my mouth.
I've only got one nostril clogged, but that's
Lucky.
It's default. That's just my default. I'm one of those people that can only breathe through one nostril at a time, really.
You have a deviated septum?
I don't think that's how it does. I think I just have gooey sinuses, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright. Continuing on, conditions. Other conditions include the player being at least 24 years old and still a virgin, or if the player is not, quote, an incel or, quote, black-pilled, or displayed signs of homophobia or misogyny or misandry.
Okay.
So, if they've never shown that they want to do anything, then they remain ace. If they have reached the age of 24 and are still a virgin, they remain ace. Or if they are not an incel.
So only incels get their shit changed?
Incels and people who have boned.
Okay.
If those conditions
okay,
are met,
hold on.
Okay.
Technically speaking, in terms of just like language, people who have boned and people who have not boned kind of encapsulates the whole world.
I mean, kind of.
I know incel is more than just, not boning. It's like an entire brain rot, but
Yeah, I mean, it also mentions being black-pilled and homophobic.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
So it's including all that brain rot.
Yeah. Okay, so if you've boned or have internet brain rot, then you'll be affected.
Yes. Or if you've been flirty. Anyway, if those conditions are met, the player doesn't have to have their character behave in a way opposite to their sexual orientation, or any at all. Their character still, however, changes gender expression between masculine, feminine, and androgynous/non-binary, and their biological sex can still change. The DM, however, can decide whether the character now displays signs of romantic interest, kissing, hand-holding, cuddling, dating, etc., but the player cannot be forced, coerced, or pressured by the DM or group to do acts that are erogenous, erotic, lewd, or sexual, including acts of foreplay, fornication, whether to conceive a child or not, outercourse, or stripping. Double asterisk. We're on to the demisexual clause now.
Oh boy.
The player can decide whether romantic interest or a budding friendship becomes more, i.e. sexualized, but must adhere to their current sexual orientation. Example given: friends with a male friends with a male character and has attraction to men now can be sexually attracted to just that male character, plus former male characters they had deep bond with that haven't been severed. Triple asterisks, that's right, we're on to the sapiosexual/physiosexual clause.
Isn't sapiosexual those people are like, I'm only attracted to smart people?
Yes.
Oh,
the
gross.
deepening bond of sexual interest might be influenced if another character is superior or equal in physical or mental prowess. An example would be a character with a high intelligence being attracted to another character with high intelligence, wisdom, or constitution. When another character which your character could be attracted to, which they share a deepening bond with, makes an ability check, a d20 is rolled to determine how appealing the act was for your character, based on whether strength, dex, or con is highest of your score, or intel, wisdom, or charisma is the highest of your ability scores. If, for example, your highest ability score is strength and they make a strength check, then the d20 roll is made with advantage. If they make a dexterity or constitution check, then no advantage is made. Another way to determine physiosexual or sapiosexual is by adding the modifiers of strength, dexterity, and con against the total modifier of int, wisdom, and charisma. If equal, then the deepening bond isn't affected by ability checks and only happens as roleplay part of the game. Attraction can occur with disadvantage, however, if the ability check is opposite to sapiosexual or physio.
Okay.
D20 results. D20 results. 1. Sexual disgust, seen as standoffish. Quadruple asterisk.
Quadruple asterisk?
Quadruple asterisk. There's more clauses.
Oh man.
On a roll of 2 through 10, no sexual interest is gained. On 11 through 17, moderate sexual interest. And a roll of 18 to 20, greater sexual interest with romantic physical compulsion. Examples. Another player picks a lock with a dex check, and you high-five them. Another character revives a character from unconsciousness using a medicine check, and you give them a hug. You ask another character out on a date after seeing them intimidate information out of a ruffian. The character wins a drinking contest without passing out, and your player lets them plant a wet one right on your lips.
Don't do that. Very much don't kiss drunk people.
Now, for the quadruple asterisk, it is possible for a character that isn't demisexual or ace to display sapiosexual or physiosexual tendency. An example of this is the oppositional attraction or negative reinforcement. Because a demisexual is affected by a deepening bond with another character to determine their sexual attraction with that character, a character that isn't determined by that deepening bond can be sexually attracted for negative reasons. In this example, when the other character makes an ability check that is either sapiosexual or physiosexual, and the result is a 1, the character must still make a charisma save against the other DC of 8 plus charisma modifier to not be charmed, enamored, or turned on by them, the same as if they made a natural 20. 18 and 19 no longer have sexual effect, but can still have a cordial physical display. A narrative way of looking at it would be your wise character plays a game of intelligence against another player and loses. A d20 roll results in a 1, and you become jealous that they had outsmarted you this game. The jealousy stirs in a strange sexual attraction to them, as though sleeping with them is like revenge for being beaten. This effect only works, however, if the d20 roll was not rolled with disadvantage. Work with the DM to determine character changes, as well as how sexual attraction and displays happen in-game. Most of the clauses are meant to be suggestions a DM could use if the game has a not safe for work setting or rating. Note: up to 5 stacks of pancakes can be made. Their magical effects remain indefinite and never go cold or spoil. Tags: social, utility, shape-changing, cursed, and warm.
God, can you imagine how shitty it would be if I put that into Tapir?
It would be a lot. Look, it looks like it's a lot, but it's really just a roll.
I know.
It's just a roll. It's just a roll of like 5d6 minus 3.
I know. What I mean is, like, I can see why that's one of the lowest rate, because that is, first of all, taking away player agency.
Well, like it said, a decent chunk of it is DM suggestion.
Okay, that's fair. But goddamn, that's you need
like
all a law degree to understand
all of the clauses and stuff is
all
like
the minutia.
It's like notes to the DM, really.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
it is quite a bit though.
So
what's
just be careful if you ever get pancakes in Pier. Just kidding. I would not actually do that. Or would I?
Or would you?
Unless
Levere would be fine. Kobolds can change, and he's bi anyway.
Yeah. All right. So I have one that's not nearly as interesting as that. I have the Arizod Flail of Frost +4.
Ooh.
These two weapons owned and used by Theftalus, see the Homebrew monster description, and the following describes her use of them. The +4 flails of Tongue-tied. +4 Arizod Flails of Frost. These weapons were made for Thelatos of Erythriol by Flind and Knoll God Slaughter. Flind and Knoll God of Slaughter. I don't know who Flind is. Probably another homebrew character.
Yeah, like I said, some of these things are gonna be just like a lot of like in jokes or just like specific things to one campaign.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I don't know why they put Knoll God of Slaughter, because you can just look that up. Because there is a Knoll deity.
Yeah.
And if you kill something with one of its claws, like you can find one of its claws as an artifact, kill something, feed that meat to a hyena, that hyena will become a Knoll. These weapons were already used by the Arizod Flind cult, and Thelatas desired to have some for herself. After seducing Erythnol, who forged two huge in all caps version of these weapons and imbued them with fiendish frost. So the +4 flails of the +4 Arizod Flails of Frost Furry blows. Jesus Christ! If Thelatos uses her bonus action, she may attack twice more, one with each flail. A total of 6 attacks. You know, that sounds like something you should probably put on the monster homebrew description, not the items description. Range 15 plus 15 total. 4d20, blaze it. Plus 12 slashing plus. Wait, slashing? These are flails. Does this person not know what a flail is? It should be bludgeoning.
Oh well.
Okay.
Hey, there's a reason they ain't high up.
That is fair. 4d12 plus 8 frost each. +4 Arizod Flails of Frost crit. If Thelatos scores a critical hit on a medium or smaller victim, is killed outright. Roll 1d4. 1 is decapitation, 2 through 4 is any number of the chunks the body was cut into.
Damn.
Yeah, so if you're level 20 barbarian with all kinds of resistances, but you're less than 8 feet tall, better hope these flails...
Wait, did it say medium or smaller?
Medium or smaller, the victim is killed outright.
Damn.
Yeah, on a critical hit. So, you know, cast reduce on Vecna, and then just use this. It'll kill him outright.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you still gotta get a crit.
Well, yeah, but that's like that's like, I mean, that's not hard to do when you have 6 attacks each turn.
True, and you can flank and have advantage on all 6 attacks.
Yeah. And you could take a couple levels in fighter so that 18s count as crits as well.
19s?
19s count as crits as well. And you could get the lucky feat.
True.
So, the history. There are only 2 known examples of the +4 Arizod Flails of Frost, and they're both relics in the possession of Thelatas, sister of Lolth. Despite being a demon by birth, Thelatas was driven from the abyss and was later made a benefactor of Glycia, the Archduchess of the Sixth Plane of Hell. What was that called? Starts with an Malbolg. That's what it is. Glycia in Tapir, Glycia is the one who is the boss of Carmilla in World of Tapir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just a fun fact about my campaign. There, Thelatas resides in a palace called Vaz Don Amarov, which in Infernal means crevice without light. The +4 Arizod Flails of Frost have the ability to change to the size of its wielder, though in the hands of Thelatas, they never do less damage than than posted here from size huge to small. Sorry, my throat was dry. The damage does increase by 20% if she increases her size from huge, and 20% with each size above. The weapons were a gift to her by the Knoll, Flind god Hirthnirl, and it is said that Azazel had some role in their like rolling, not roll as in participation, in their manufacture. A weapon description: the Airsoft flail is a Flindish weapon. They mean fiend? Are they just misspelling
Probably. Fiend? I think they mean fiend.
Maybe they've meant fiend this entire time. That was issued only by the Arizod, a tribal sect within the Flind hierarchy that has taken up the worship of Azazel. I'm not sure if that sentence is structured properly, but okay. The weapon causes grievous wounds by design. The flail was constructed by 3 Flindium. Okay, so it's not fiend. Constructed of 3 Flindium blades attached by Flindium chains via swivels. Flindium is a flint-made alloy made of rithel and laudanum. Okay. Inspired by... So it's 3 swords attached to a chain. So that's more like a cat of 9 tails rather than a flail.
Yeah.
Inspired by the Flind bar, the Arizod flail, just Arizod to the fiends, is the height of Flind weapon technology. Imbued with dark magics, the Mastercraft...
They whip Jesus with this shit.
Yeah. Oh god. That was what, like one of those chargers for like several different
Yeah, one of those like old school back in the day when like every single phone had its own fucking charger port.
Yeah, or like one of those composite chargers that were connected to, like you plug into the car and it's got like a Game Boy Advance charger, a PSP charger, a DS charger.
Except this one had 30 different chargers.
Jesus.
It was also a car. It was a car one though.
Obviously, it was a car one. I've never seen one that wasn't a car one. I've never seen a composite cable like that wasn't a car.
Ugh, goodness.
Because otherwise you just, use the actual things to plug it to the wall. Okay. So, the 3 blades are folded and sharpened for decades before being forged into use normally. These were forged by the smiths of Irithal for 300 years relentlessly. The strongest and purest alloys were used in their making, as well as the wood of an Ent King. The edge being so sharp, it is said that the edge is beyond peer to Dwarven and Elven make. The chain that holds the blades is mounted to the same Entwood handle as with the Flintium center shaft that allows the weapon to be used either one-handed weapon requires strength 19 or two-handed weapon requires strength 16 just to wield it.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
So I know that with the flendium. You're like, maybe it's. I guess it's not fiend.
Yeah.
What if it really is just fiendium?
I mean, that would be really dumb.
Is it any more dumb than flendium?
No, Flendium is still dumber. But still,
I think they mean fiendium.
I mean, they've said Flendium consistently.
Like, oh yeah, the metal that the devil people make. Yeah, that's fiendium.
Yeah, but they've said Flendium like consistently. They said Flend consistently, so maybe they just call fiends Flins in their campaign.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe they made a typo when introducing the first fiend and just stuck to it. And maybe they were like, oh, that's just what they're called in my campaign. Trust me. And they just stuck with it. The blades spin rapidly in the air while being slung, making a terrible vibration in the air, cutting sound that is rapid and unsettling. I'm imagining... So, did you ever have those noisemaker tubes?
Yes.
I'm imagining it sounds like those. For those of you who don't know, they were just plastic tubes that... They were like plastic accordion tubes, like the kind that, you know, where the...
Yeah.
Like the corner of a bendy straw. And you just grab it and spin it around, it just makes a sound.
Yeah, I mean, there's also that you could just like grab both ends and crinkle it, and it makes not good noises.
It was really good for stimming.
You could just grab one end and start spinning it around real fast, and it starts screaming.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for us to sim, not for everyone around us.
I prefer the tiny ones that are used as straws.
Oh, so like bendy straws, but the entire thing is the bendy?
Yeah, the entire thing is the bendy, and it's like a half-inch thick or a half-inch wide.
Oh, nice. All right.
I had one that was like that. With it was like a Halloween. I got the fucking Halloween fair that the school did.
Oh, nice.
And I like those because much to my mother's chagrin and annoyance, you could blow into the straw really hard, and it would sound like a fucking deer call.
Amazing. Alright, so, see Arizona Flail Mastercraft for other proficiency information. Proficiency with a flail allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it. Notes, damage, combat, handwear, subclass feature. Subclass feature?
Subclass feature...
I don't think a subclass was mentioned at all. Maybe Flint is a subclass. I want to know more about this person's campaign.
We need...
I want to do a deep dive at some point. On my own time, not on the channel.
We need to email him. We need to email him and see if he means fiend.
Yeah, we need to message him through DnD Beyond. Anywho, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an upvote.
Gasp.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, it is time for spells.
It is indeed time for spells.
Yum, delicious spells.
Yep. Let me quickly rub my eyes.
Oh, my eyes are also burning. There's so much pollen. We live in Texas, so we have terrible pollen.
Yeah.
There's cedar everywhere.
We used to have a cedar tree in my front yard.
Why would you have a cedar tree in your yard?
I think it came with the house.
Piss off your neighbors so they cut it down. That way you can
get
rid of it.
We got it cut down. We had our neighbors cut it down a while ago.
Okay, I was gonna say, piss off your neighbors so they cut it out without permission. That way, you can get rid of it, and also because of tree law, make a shit ton of money.
Nah, a good few years ago, the empty lot next to our house got a house built on it, and then a family moved in. Real cool guy. He was a volunteer firefighter.
Yeah, the VFD.
He was a volunteer firefighter in Austin, but he lived like an hour and a half drive away.
I mean, that's dedication. I worked at. I mean, I can understand that. I worked at Gaddy's in Cedar Park when I was living at Burnett.
Also cool guy. I think he got most of his money by doing like fishing tours out on Lake Waco.
Oh, nice. Oh,
yeah,
God.
He had a pontoon.
Do you remember the whole fishing competition scandal that happened last year?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
But yeah, cool guy. He just does fishing for the sake of, like, he just loves fishing.
Sounds like he's got life figured out.
Yeah, so he'd come home from like his work of doing boat tours on Lake Waco, with like coolers full of fish. Then he'd just be like, "Hey, do you want some free fish?"
Hell yeah! I mean, I don't like fish, but I'm sure y'all were like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, I mean, I was into it. My mom wasn't super into it because we were just given fish, and we'd had to like deal with it ourselves.
Hey, Jesus gave the people fish and bread.
No, I mean like an unprepared whole fish.
Yeah, Jesus gave people unprepared whole fishes and bread.
Yeah, but he served them out. Anyway, what were we talking about? Why am I talking about
cedar tree?
Oh yeah, the cedar tree. Oh yeah, anyway, so after the house got built, they were living there for a little bit, and they were like, "Hey, that cedar tree coats our cars and also your car in pollen. Do you mind if we take it down?" And we were just like, "Yeah, okay, go ahead."
Yes, please. Get rid of it for us.
I mean, because it was also like growing very much into his lawn.
Yeah. Did y'all sell the wood?
Because I don't know.
Oh, because cedar is really good for like building shit. My dad made a kayak out of cedar. Miserable experience. I don't recommend it without like full on gas masks. We didn't know that when we started cutting the cedar. It burned after we finished cutting the cedar, like the first day of cutting cedar. We were covered in cedar sawdust, and it left a really bad bitter taste in our mouths, and also burned our eyes. Huh? Yeah, cedar sawdust is very bitter. Like,
oh, is cedar one of those woods that you don't want to burn?
I don't know, but when we cut it, just because of how much cedar sawdust was in the air, even though we didn't get any in our mouth, it's still, your mouth is, yeah. Yeah.
I was adjusting my
microphone.
My pop filter. It had slid down my mic a little bit.
Oh. Yeah,
I have it held on with a fucking rubber band, so
yeah. Cutting cedar, it's one of the. It has a smell, one of those really powerful smells that you can taste, and it like through the smell alone covered the entire tongue in its taste, and it was very bitter. It smelled very pungent. Well, no, not pungent. Very strongly. It definitely cleared our sinuses, but also burned our eyes. And we did not try again until we got like respirators and real, like, actual work goggles.
I mean, you should have had respirators in the first place.
Well, we didn't know that. The only thing we had cut before is like regular ass oak.
Even with that, you should be, if you're using power tools, you should be wearing respirators because that's sawdust getting in the air.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we don't use respirators usually. Like this was, it was a very miserable experience. I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't know if he ever actually finished the kayak. We made the frame out of the cedar with the plan of coating it in fiberglass, but then we had to move before we got to the fiberglass part.
Speaking of moving, the neighbor that cut down the cedar tree and gave us free fish, he did move away a couple years ago.
Oh.
We did get a new we have a new, like, our new family moved in right away.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that he'd moved away because the other neighbor also had a boat.
That's fair.
The other neighbor also has a boat, so I was just like, huh. John, I guess John must have downsized on the boat.
Yeah. Alright, so spells! Speaking of downsizing, spells reduce. Segue into the spells. Cringe.
Spells.
God, that was like 10
instead
minutes.
Instead of that 10-minute tangent about my neighbor.
Hey, look. People come to our channel because we're real, alright? We don't put up like some crappy facades. This is a channel about just vibing.
Yeah. So, the spell that I've got is called Bat Curse.
Yes.
This is a 3rd level spell. It takes 1 action to cast. It has a range of sight. So I guess just infinite range as long as you're able to.
Okay.
It's purely verbal components.
All right.
It lasts for 1 round. It is a conjuration spell and it has no damage or saves.
All right.
In order to use this curse, one simply calls out, "Bonked by a billion bats." Immediately, a ton of bats appear and attack a target you choose within your sight.
Bonk.
The attack does 9 damage minus the target's dexterity bonus and lasts 1 round.
So,
now there is an excerpt here.
Oh boy.
Sometimes spells have a little bit of flavor to them in the bottom. Today, when Master called me to rub his feet, I walked into the room, bent down as if to do what he had asked, then silently whispered the spell. The bats came instantaneously, and when they started barking Master, he yelled like a cat in a... It was so hilarious I ran out of the room, frightened, so I could laugh without Master. Excerpt from Diary of 8-year-old Ptolemy.
Okay, that one doesn't sound too bad. That sounds like the kind of...
I mean, it's probably pretty low because it is a very silly spell. You just yell, "Bonked by a billion bats," and then they take 9 minus dex bonus.
Yeah. Like it's a nuisance spell, you know?
It's a funny little nuisance spell. However, it does instantly hit.
Yeah.
And it hits and does its damage regardless of anything else done. But it is a 3rd level spell.
It could kill it could kill Hey, it's your boy Petey. Because it instantly hits. It bypasses AC.
Yeah. I mean, you'll need a lot of spell slots.
That's fine.
All you gotta do is do that thing where you like cast Homunculus a billion times.
Yeah. So I think that would be.
And then each of them casts Homunculus.
I think that would be neat for like a cantrip that does like a D8 of bludgeoning damage, making a bonk noise.
Yeah.
but it'd probably be like a spell attack. You'd have to roll to hit.
There are no comments posted for Bat Curse.
All right. Well,
So, what's your spell?
one that is very different. It is Auru's Destroy Universe (parentheses but better).
Ooh, but better.
Yes. Auru's Destroy Universe was one of the ones featured in XP to level 3, I want to say. When they did D&D Beyond Homebrew reviews. And this one is an update to that was made about 6 months ago. In the original, it was just you destroy the universe and become the DM.
Fun.
But this one is different. It's a 9th level spell. It's a ritual, and its casting time is 666 hours. Its range is unlimited. Its components are verbal, somatic, and material. 666 pieces of gold's worth of glitter.
Just random glitter?
Well, the glitter has to be worth 666 gold.
Yeah, I know, but like, that's a lot of glitter.
It depends on the glitter. If it's gold glitter, gold.
It doesn't specify that it has to be gold glitter, so I think you can just use you can just go down to the craft store, spend about 2 silver on a like 6-inch tall shaker can of glitter, and just get a lot of those.
Yeah, and that's gonna give you a bunch of glitter, or you could downsize and just get gold glitter, because that's gonna be a lot less. Glitter made of gold would make the value compared to the amount you have to use a lot more manageable, Anywho,
It's still 666 pulverized coins. That's still quite a bit of glitter.
I know, but it's like a fraction of basic ass glitter in terms of volume. Anywho, you destroy a large area centered around the point within the material plane. The terrain, the buildings, the people, the culture, the families, the friends, the allies, the enemies, the dungeons, the dragons, the mountains, the hills, and even the oceans are destroyed. The area turns into an empty void. However, this spell is unable to destroy the entire world. Only a fraction of it. Think destroying an area the size of Florida. If you wish to use the spell for some stupid reason, the spell will not protect you from the wrath of the DM. Be prepared to fight 17 ancient black dragons. Yeah. So, yeah, the original was the entire universe. This one is just the size of Florida. This is false advertising.
I did a bit of Googling.
Yeah.
According to some wiki.
Yeah.
The Dungeons.fandom.
DnD Wiki?
No, not DnD Wiki. This is Dungeons.fandom.com. It's different.
Okay.
Gold coins are the gold piece is generally considered to be a coin, though ingots or trade bars made of gold or other materials may be multiple pieces. In coin form, it is generally described as approximately the size and weight of US $half, meaning it's about 3 centimeters wide and weighs 11.5 grams.
Wait, but gold is heavier than nickel, which is what the $half is made, so it wouldn't be able to be the same weight without being smaller. You either have the same size or the same weight, but you wouldn't be able to have both because gold is way heavier.
You think they're gonna be made of pure gold?
I mean, still.
Yeah. In basic D&D and first edition AD&D, despite the described weight, gold pieces are considered to weigh a tenth of an artivoire pound. Each for encumbrance purposes, with an artivoire pound each for encumbrance purposes, with 10 gold points weighing 1 artivoire pound. Indeed, in these editions of the game, the basic unit of weight encumbrance is either the coin or the gold piece weight, either of which equals 1/10 of a pound. Starting in second edition AD&D and continue through third, fourth, and fifth, gold pieces are considered to weigh approximately a third of a pound, 9 grams, and each equal about a third of an artivoire pound each, which equal about 50 GP to an artivoire pound while maintaining the size. So, we are looking at 9 grams each. That is 666 coins. That is, let me get the exact. Let me get that in pounds because I don't know the metric system. That is 13.215 pounds of gold.
The 13 pounds of gold?
About 13 and a quarter pounds of gold.
That's a lot more manageable than I was thinking. Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, gold is heavy, so if it's pure gold, then that would be like a bottle. Like that'd be like the bottle of gold dust from Majora's Mask. Feats.
Jar, maybe.
The final the final category.
Yes, feats.
Yes, I have feats, 2 of them.
I do as well. So the feat that I've chosen is Final Struggle, a second win. Prerequisite of health at 0. Just because you're near death doesn't mean that death is the only way. If your health becomes 0, you can use pure adrenaline to push through and gain a second win at a permanent cost, barring any divine intervention, of -1 Constitution. You can revive with 10 HP. If you are defeated after using this feat during the same combat, you forfeit all saving throws and immediately die. You cannot be revived by normal means, and can only have their life returned to them through divine intervention.
I mean, oh, they probably mean divine intervention as in, like, the cleric feature.
Maybe, or literally just a god helping you out.
Well, most resurrections involve gods helping out, you know?
No, I mean, you know, like the DM being like, yeah, Pan walks out from the doorway and
slaps your booty.
You get up. Yeah, Pan smacks you on the ass and you get back up.
Buenos dias, Paladin!
Yeah, and it ends with a quote. We just did an awesome job of not dying. Tom Green.
And for those who don't know, who is Tom Green?
I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know either. I was hoping you would know. And then
Google,
I could act like I knew. Wait, is he the guy that was that left Tumblr because people were talking about how much he talked about how much he loves sucking cock?
It's the Freddy Got Fingered guy.
Oh shit. Who am I thinking of then?
I don't know.
John Green. I'm thinking of John Green.
Yeah, you're thinking of John Green, the
guy
the award-winning novelist.
Yeah, the guy that got that left Tumblr because people were talking about how much he likes to suck dick. Because Tumblr used to be such a wild west. You could edit other people's posts when you reblog them. So people edited one of John Green's posts to be a mini story about sucking dick.
No, it's about how much he loves the taste of cock.
Yes, how much he loves the taste of cock. and so that version ended up getting more reblogs than the original version, and he left Tumblr because of it.
And it also made it so we couldn't edit people's posts anymore.
Yeah, but goddamn, it was worth it. Tumblr was an absolute it was the last bastion of freedom on the internet.
Yeah.
My
Picking up on the mic, I couldn't tell.
a little bit. I couldn't tell what
sorry.
it was.
I clicked a video on Tumblr by accident.
I have Mystic Blacksmith. You must have a prerequisite of 10 in wisdom or higher. Mastering all forms of magic, you craft items and weaponry and sell them to the highest bidder, but you take pride in your work, constantly testing out your equipment, either with yourself or your party members. You can also attach any spell you've learned to the weapons that you create. Okay, hold on. I have to say this as it is written. You can also attach any spells you have learned to weapons that you create. Want to make a crossbow that shoots fireballs. As long as you already know how to make fireballs, you can attach the spell to any weapon you have crafted. Note that the weapon will require maintenance and will probably stop functioning depending on how strong the spell is compared to the weapon grade. For example, if you attach V fireball, you need to have level V weapon. Sorry, there's like no punctuation.
Jesus.
+8, all gathering material, dice rolls, survival, etc. I fucking hate that! You know this!
What?
I hate it!
What was it?
Saying etc. after listing a single item.
Oh, right. Right.
I hate it! I can't, even on DnD Beyond, we can't seem to escape.
Curses.
Yes, and also +20 on all crafting material checks unless your basement modifier is higher than 15, then you roll with advantage! Exclamation point. Oh god, this person needs to learn what a comma is.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, I use commas too liberally, I'd say.
Yeah, but commas are places to have a breath. Commas and periods are places for you to catch your breath. When you have no commas, then you gotta say it in all one breath, and then you pass out from lack of oxygen.
Yeah. I mean, I use commas a lot when I really should be using periods, but that's just how I talk.
Well, that's ADHD. That's like...
Yeah.
And that's understandable. It's better to use a comma. It's better to use commas liberally than to not use punctuation at all. Anywho, I think this was a fun little dipping our toes into some of the cringe that is not on Reddit.
Yeah. We're outsourcing the cringe.
Yeah. Don't worry, next week we will be back with the regular Reddit cringe that you know and love. This was just this was just us taking a break from some of the worst stuff that our tabletop RPGs has to offer. To just bask in some, quality, non-harmful cringe. The kind that doesn't make you lose faith in humanity.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So,
be sure to check out other stuff on the channel. I've been playing Metroid Prime.
Yes.
Yes.
There's also...
An episode just went out on day of recording.
Well, yeah, but which was, yesterday.
We recorded this one on a weird day.
Well, we recorded this yesterday as of posting, so go check out the new episode of Metroid Prime where we actually get to explore Talon 4.
Yeah, finally, doing the game proper.
Yeah.
Be sure to look out for that. What for the beach? What make you old?
Yeah, the phase-on which makes you old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard it's the rocks actually.
Yeah, it is the rocks. The rocks on the beach that make you old. It's the rocks that make you old on the beach.
I think if I go there, I don't think I'd get old. I don't think I'd get old if I go there.
It made me old. God, I love that video. Anywho, if you want to know more about
other stuff, like Live and Wrench, played by Scraps, we've got Tabletop Thursdays where it's Silver and I and Chalkfee playing board games.
Yes, in fact, this week's episode featured Scraps.
Indeed.
Chalkfee also
played Red Dragon Inn.
Yes. Chalkfee also runs a Curse of Strahd campaign, so you can look forward to that going up on Tuesday. And I run a homebrew called World of Tapir, where they have finally made it to the city of Reveille and had a delightful soup dinner with a noble.
Yes, wonderful.
Yes.
He had a very well watered.
Yeah, a well-watered garden in this desert capital.
Yes.
Finally, look out on Monday for hopefully my episode 1 of my Fable 2 playthrough.
Hooray!
Yay! And I think that's everything. Pretty sure that's everything.
I think so.
All right. Comment challenge of the day. What is the best stupid homebrew that you've ever seen? I am personally fond of the perfectly normal sheep that I made.
I'd have to say Santar.
Yeah, that is a good one too.
I loved Santar.
Alright, so with that out of the way, there's nothing left to say but good night, everybody.
Bye.